very welcome to the Parliament buildings on this fine evening. They say that necessity is the mother of all invention, and the young people that you're going to be hearing from tonight have shown real invention and initiative, in my opinion. They've responded to a need for our young people to develop our skills in computer programming in order to avail of opportunities in a growing ICT sector here in Northern Ireland. They aim to work with young people from all backgrounds to foster a love and excitement and a skill base for computer programming in a cool, inclusive and state-of-the-art environment is one that I've been delighted to support. It's been a real privilege for me to have Jordan Earl and Matthew Carson working in my office this summer when many other young people probably chose to do different things, and I was probably one of them a while ago now. During the holidays, and I think this is an example of the initiative and drive that they have in order to work extremely hard to make connections with people in education, in youth work, business, with elected representatives, and I believe some more famous individuals that you'll be hearing from tonight as well in order to make this project possible. I'm delighted that one of our best and award-winning youth organisations, WIMPS, which is Where Is My Public Servant, will be hosting the first Thinkspace in Northern Ireland. I know that the young people have also met with the Minister for Employment and Learning, Stephen Farry, who has shown his own initiative in developing skills in this area for young people. I know that the young people are extremely grateful for the support from the Minister, and I'm delighted that he's been able to partner with you. I'm really excited for everybody to hear more about this project, and in closing, I would encourage you to connect with and support Thinkspace in whatever way you can in your school, in your company, and any of your spaces. I know there are other fantastic projects out there to develop ICT skills in our young people, and I hope that partnerships and collaborations can result from tonight and help our young people develop the skills that they need to be the entrepreneurs, developers and builders of a new future here in Northern Ireland. So join me in giving a very warm welcome to the Regional Manager for Thinkspace Northern Ireland, Jordan Earl.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and even the odd MLA here and there, welcome to the Thinkspace Launch event. I would have come myself if only I'd known there would be free stickers. You might have told me. Now, if you don't mind me asking, could you all possibly switch your phones to silent? Well, now we've sorted that, please put your hands together for your host this evening, Jordan Earl.
My name is Jordan Earl. I'm the Regional Manager of Thinkspace here in Northern Ireland. And I'm really excited to be here with you all today in the Great Hall to talk about the project which I've spent the last 6 months of my life working on. First up, however, I would like to highlight some of the negative issues with the ICT industry in Northern Ireland. Looking at dropout rates at the university level, we can see that computer science is one of the highest dropout rates. In fact, it just rose over 12% on average in the UK. Compare this with 4% with modern languages and 6% for law on average. And we realise that computer science is unreasonably high. And the reason for this is because people really do have unrealistic expectations. And this is based on prior experiences with ICT at a junior level. ICT at GCSE level, and I'm telling you from first-hand experience, I did the course for 2 years, it doesn't teach skills. It's mainly a textbook subject. I'm sorry about us teaching in the audience today, it's true. And it doesn't teach real skills, and this is an issue because students need to be taught these skills. They don't need to be taught how to use programs, and they don't need to be taught how to do online shopping. Most of them know how to do this already, we hope. But this isn't the fault of teachers, and this isn't the fault of skills, but rather this is the specification, and it would have to be constantly evolving to keep up with ICT. And also many young people use technology, well all young people practically nowadays will use technology everywhere. Whether they're in school doing homework, or out and about with friends, they use technology everywhere, and it's really hard to escape the grasp of it. But it does seem that many young people start to take technology like this for granted. They've started to take all these fancy windows, menus and pointers, and they don't really understand that people have to sit and they have to make this work. They have to solve problems and they have to code. 20 years ago, people have to program a computer. use simple instructions, such as open a word processor. These days, everything is given to you. Young people, quite frankly, aren't given the opportunity to learn about this, however, until 6th year. And this is too late. They need to be taught these key skills as soon as they enter secondary school. But perhaps the biggest issue facing this industry are stereotypes. And there are many in this industry. Of course, it's clear to see that it's not gender balanced. It's a very male-dominated world in the ICT industry. And this shouldn't be the case. We passionately believe it's an industry for everyone. And we think coding should be accessible to all. There's no reason why people shouldn't be able to code. Some people will naturally be better than others, but everyone should at least have the opportunity to learn. We realize this is a problem, and so we set out to create a space where young people will come and be able to learn how to do this in a fantastic new way. And so this is why we created Thinkspace. We want to teach everyone how to create the apps of tomorrow and provide the skill set of the future today. And so this is what we set out to do. So in January, we set out on this mission. We knew it would be easy, and we certainly knew we had hurdles to jump over. But we knew we had to do it, and we had to change perceptions around ICT. We had to redefine how it was taught by taking it out of the classroom or making it a much more casual, fun approach. Young people will be able to engage with it like they haven't done so before. And of course, we aim to destroy those stereotypes I mentioned previously. And this is so important to us, as they're ruining this industry. So what is Thinkspace? I'm sure many of you have asked yourselves, those who have spoken to before about this, have been pestering me with questions for the past 6 months, and I'm pleased to finally be able to talk to you properly about what Thinkspace is. A room inside a youth organisation or a school, modelled on a Twitter-style office, like a fun, new, innovative startup, filled with Macs, PCs, iPods, Androids, all the latest equipment under the sun. It's a fun, vibrant area, full of life. It doesn't feel like a classroom at all. And this is really important, as young people will be able to engage with the area. They will be able to learn in a brand new way. Young people will come, they'll hang out, they'll share ideas, discuss, and have fun. But essentially, they will also be learning, and this is really important. Basically, we're taking teaching out of the classroom for coding, providing it in a new, innovative manner, so we'll get young people to engage with coding like they haven't been able to do so before. There won't be any textbooks. We'll be providing resources written by young people for young people, so it'll be really easy to get into it. So in April, we realized we needed this to be a worldwide opportunity. We realized we needed as many young people involved as possible. So we decided to launch an ambassador program all over the world, and we got 10 amazing, talented young people involved, and they come from all across the globe. Singapore, the States, Switzerland, Netherlands, and the rest of Europe. And they're all working insanely hard to bring Thinkspace to the country, and we really can't thank them enough for their time and effort in doing this. Fantastic. There are similar initiatives, and there are initiatives that set out with a similar approach. They want to change how people code, and they want to teach people how to code. But we decided to set out with a different approach. We decided to do things differently for young people. For a start, we're entirely youth-led. This is really important because as we're young people ourselves, we know what young people want. All the decisions in this have been made by young people. All the site work has been done by young people. All the meetings have been organised and attended by young people. This is super important. So we also aim to destroy stereotypes, and we stay well away from words like code and hack in our name. We wanted a clean slate, something like a fresh start, so we'd be able to really reach out across the world to young people. They wouldn't be put off initially when they heard the word Thinkspace. They wouldn't think it was for a specific person. It's for everyone, and that's super important. And of course, we're in both schools and youth organisations. And this is perhaps something that's most important to myself. I think that in schools, we're to target young people who are already studying qualifications. They've already got these awesome set of results, but they'll be able to supplement these with a skill set like none other. They'll be able to add this to their CV. But also, in youth organisations, we're targeting young people who might not be in education anymore. Young people who might want to add to their existing set of results as they've already dropped out of school. That they can supplement their CV with these awesome set of skills. They'll be able to learn how to work independently, work in a group, they'll be able to learn how to solve problems. And it's not just ICT this solves. This solves absolutely, this is such an important thing for jobs. Employers will love this. However, we have had some along the way. Behind me there's some important faces. So we've had some fantastic support. Back in April, we reached out to Stephen Fry, our friend, and asked him one of our earliest backers, and he absolutely loved the idea. He recently described the project as one of the most fantastic and innovative ideas he's heard in the last 20 years of being asked to look for the next big thing. But he isn't getting the message of support. Dennis Carley, CEO of the popular geotagging app Foursquare, Dick Costello, CEO of Twitter, Steve Wozniak, who's the co-founder of Apple, who me and Matthew, who's speaking to later, had the privilege of going down to Derry and meeting him for dinner. It was fun times. Jimmy Wheels, who's the founder of Wikipedia, Steve Beswick, from Senior Vice President of Education at Microsoft, Richard Bronson, founder of Virgin Media, and Vic Dutra from Google. And I'm now really pleased to be able to show you, for the first time to show the public, a video that all these guys put together for you before passing over to Matthew Carson, who's going to talk to you more about Thinkspace in Northern Ireland. Thank you very much.
We're seeing thousands of really talented young people each year who just aren't being given enough opportunities on how to code. 5 years are wasted in secondary school because computer science isn't even taught until A-level. So it's vital we, as students, teachers, parents and humans, train up the next generation of software engineers. And we're hoping Thinkspace will do just that.
A Thinkspace will be a space, a new culture in schools around the world. Stepping into a Thinkspace would be like stepping into Google's headquarters. The atmosphere and environment has been created for learning how to make apps. The apps of the future.
Hello all. When we think of a place for geeks to hang out, we instantly start imagining people in their 30s bent over prodigious white computers, typing out an abundance of boring code. Well, that isn't the way that it's going to be. Not here at Thinkspace.
One of the things that's really wrong with our culture in schools these days is this cult of personality around sporting activities, cheerleading, all these kinds of things, to the neglect of intellectual activities, innovation, ideas, technology.
I'll tell you why I'm so excited about programs like Thinkspace. I first learned to start programming on a PC, very early version of a PC that my father brought home when I was 13. Gets you into this pattern of rigorous thinking and deeply analytical thinking that helps you throughout the rest of your life, whether you embark in a technology career or not.
Dennis Carley from Foursquare. We invented Foursquare 4 years ago to help make the world easier to use for all of our friends in New York, and just so happened to blow up and to be this thing that now 30 million people around the world are using. So I'm hoping that the folks at Thinkspace are able to start building similar ideas out and build the things that they're really excited about.
Hi, I'm Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple, and I'm pleased to support Thinkspace. What you can dream up, hundreds of millions of people around the world can experience and enjoy. You're only just getting started. I wish you the very best of luck.
I really hope that we see some of you not only in computer science, but having a chance to even work at Google in the future. Good luck.
We wanted to find a way to bring together all these students, teachers and schools, so we developed a social network from scratch called Thinkspace Social, and you can join today at thinkspace.co.uk/social.
Why should it be just people like those who have degrees in computer science, or those in their 30s or 40s, or those who have an astoundingly complex, deep knowledge of mathematics, who should be creating the most popular mobile applications and being on the forefront of technology?
Students really are the future, if you like, in terms of computer science. There are 100,000 jobs out there in the UK today that need computer science qualifications.
Young people are extraordinary, and given the encouragement and resources, you can change the world. So don't be frightened. Go on and use it, and have the best possible time. Best of luck to you all. Next is Matthew Carson, who's apparently one of those fancy members of Youth Parliament, and he's here to talk to you about Thinkspace in Northern Ireland.
So, as Jordan and Stephen said, I'm here to talk to you today about Thinkspace in Northern Ireland. The first thing that I want to talk about is why I believe Northern Ireland is a perfect partner with Thinkspace going forward. And that is because Northern Ireland needs these jobs in skilled industries, and the tech industry is going to be a massive driver of growth in Northern Ireland. Everyone can see that, whether it be from Northern Ireland-based tech startups, or whether it be from inward investment. Young people are going to need these skills, and we think Thinkspace can play a huge part in giving them these skills. In the rest of my presentation, I'm going to tell you the story of Thinkspace in Northern Ireland. I'm going to tell you what we've been doing. I'm going to tell you who we've been working with to make this a reality in Northern Ireland. So, the first thing I want to talk about is how we all got involved in this wonderful idea. Jordan got involved after replying to this tweet by James, our founder from England. Jordan then became an ambassador to Thinkspace in order to set up a Thinkspace in our school, Grosvenor Grammar School. After listening to Jordan waffle on about this project for several weeks, I decided that I wanted to get involved in this too. I decided I wanted to be a part of this because it sounded like something so important for young people in Northern Ireland. And in my role as member of Youth Parliament for East Belfast, I really wanted to help give young people the skills that they're going to need for a changing job market in Northern Ireland. However, Thinkspace really got set up in Northern Ireland after a meeting between me, Jordan, Christelle MLA, and Shannon O'Neill, a local youth worker. After talking to these people, they had the same drive and the same passion and the same enthusiasm for this idea as we did from the start. And after that, it really got going. And later in the presentation, I'm going to tell you exactly what we've been doing since that meeting. But suffice to say, it was successful enough that Jordan got promoted to be regional manager for Thinkspace in Northern Ireland. And we've been working together all over summer to build Thinkspaces in Northern Ireland. We're really excited to take this forward. Like Jordan, I did ICT at GCSE. I knew the problems with the current curriculum and the current way that ICT is delivered to pupils. We're being taught largely irrelevant information, information that in many cases we already know. We're taught about the advantages of online shopping, even though many of us, we do online shopping almost every week. We're being taught things that are more from a textbook rather than actual physical skills. In ICT, you learn what's in the textbook, and then you do the exam, and you forget it. That's it. That can't be the way anymore. We want to give young people real skills, and the skills that you learn from computer programming are so important in terms of problem solving and thinking logically about things. That will be applicable to anyone, no matter what job they do, no matter what industry they go into, they will need these skills. So that's why we really want to bring Thinkspace to as many people as possible. So after looking at these problems, we decided we had to take matters in our own hands. The problem is that everyone knows the problems with ICT. Teachers know it, but the system is slow to respond to change. It's slow to fix itself. There are so many people you need to convince and you need to get on their side. We decided we weren't going to bother with that. We were just going to do it ourselves and hope it all worked out. And I think it has worked out for us. We really looked at the problems and thought about them and responded to them as young people. We responded to them as young people, had solutions that suited us rather than that suited adults or civil servants or politicians. All of us sitting here know the value of integrated education and integrated educational experiences in Northern Ireland. We all know that. And one of our key aims for Thinkspace in Northern Ireland is to have a really integrated, diverse space. And that doesn't have to just be on religious grounds or political grounds. We want a space that includes absolutely everyone, especially females. That's what we're so passionate about getting more females involved. But also, we want people to meet people that they wouldn't normally meet, people outside of their socio-economic class. We want this to be a place where people can be united over a common interest and a common passion for computer coding. Recently, we've been working very closely with Public Achievement and WIMPs, whereas my public servant. And this happened really after the meeting between me, Jordan, Shannon and Chris. And after that, we had a meeting with Paul Smith, the CEO of Public Achievement, and Davey Sims, who's in charge of the WIMPs project. After meeting with these guys, they again had the same passion that we did, and they decided that they wanted to get a Thinkspace in the WIMPs Cafe in the Public Achievement building. Now, me and Jordan thought this would be a long process, funding applications, bureaucracy, the whole thing. Then, a few days later, we got an email from Paul saying that he'd secured funding for us within a matter of days, and at the minute we're currently building the Northern Ireland's first Thinkspace in WIMPs. This is what we have in our Thinkspace so far. You can see our brand colours, which is the blue wall and then the white 3D sign. We think this is really important in a Thinkspace because it sets it apart from whatever building it may be in. It makes it a separate space, and it lets people know that they can access our brand and our website full of resources. So we think that's a really important part of any Thinkspace, to have this common brand on Thinkspaces all across the world. And as you can see, we have Macs, we're going to have Windows PCs, and all sorts of devices, so that people can really do whatever they want, code the apps that they want, and we've ordered some of the equipment already, and it's on its way. And another thing you'll see is the sofas. We don't want this to be another classroom. This isn't a classroom experience. This is a learning experience, and it's going to be relaxed, it's going to be peer educated, and people are going to have to teach themselves. So we want to make them as comfortable, as relaxed as possible when they're in the Thinkspace. We've also been working closely with W5 recently to utilise their STEM ambassadors as a way to help us set up more Thinkspaces across Northern Ireland to expand our capacity, and additionally to provide mentoring to people who go to Thinkspaces. We're really excited about this partnership because W5 and Thinkspace have such similar aims, and that is to make STEM accessible to as many people as possible, to get rid of the stereotypes and to just spike people's interest in these kind of things. But of course, we didn't do this alone in Northern Ireland. We had a lot of help from people along the way, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank a few of them. Firstly, I'd like to thank Chris Little, MLA. He's been incredibly generous in hosting us here in the Great Hall tonight, but he's also been generous with his time and with his advice, and we cannot express our thanks enough to Chris. We also have Paul Smith, the CEO of Public Achievement. Paul has been a massive help and a massive source of advice for us in getting our Thinkspace set up in WIMPs. We really couldn't have done this without him, and we're so grateful to him for his passion and his drive to help us. Now we have Shannon Lane. She's a local youth worker, and she was the one who put us in contact with Public Achievement and with WIMPs that led our first Thinkspace. That alone is worth big thanks. But in addition to that, Shannon's been a friend to both me and Jordan. Throughout this entire process, she has provided us support and with help when we needed it, and we're so grateful to her for being with us along the way. We'd also like to thank Kate Nicol. Kate has been a huge help. She's been with us again for most of the way, and she's been so important in organising this event tonight. You may have seen her on the registration desk, but she's done so much more than that, and we're so grateful to her for helping us make this event the success that it is. And to the other people, Davey Sims, the head of the WIMPs project, Basil McRae, MLA, Judith Cochran, MLA, and Martin William, Lord Mayor of Belfast, they've all provided advice, support, and guidance, and we're so excited to work together with all these people in the
Hi, I'm Paul Smith. I'm the Chief Executive of Public Achievement, and we're a youth-focused organisation. So I'm absolutely delighted to have this partnership with Thinkspace. I think the WIMPs Cafe is a perfect venue for what you're trying to do. And also I think it's very, very important that young people in Northern Ireland are able to develop the skills of programming, and I think Thinkspace could be a really important contributor to that.
Hi, I'm Davey Sims. I'm Head of Social Media at Public Achievement. I run the WIMPs project. And my whole career has been in broadcasting, new media, social media, and I've even spent some time in the tech industry. It's an incredibly important industry in Northern Ireland, but it's also an area that young people are genuinely interested in. They're interested in technology, they're interested in developing their own apps, websites and so on. Something like Thinkspace, which gives young people a place where they can learn and teach each other, learn from each other, without the organisation of a school or a youth club, just a place where people can chill, learn, exchange and develop ideas, is incredibly important.
Hello, my name is Basil McRae. I'm here to talk to you today about Thinkspace. In particular, there's an awful lot of opportunity in computing and IT, but you know, you have to do it properly. You have to give people the opportunity to experience it, to have fun and want to learn about it.
Hi, my name is Shannon O'Neill and I'm a youth worker. I've been aware of the Thinkspace project for a little while and I'm really delighted to see it being set up in Northern Ireland. Thinkspace is a brilliant idea. Young people are not gaining the skills within our schools that they need in a flourishing, technologically advanced society. I just wish Thinkspace all the best. I think it's a brilliant project and I'm really excited to see it go from strength to strength within Northern Ireland.
Hello, my name's Chris Little. I'm an Alliance Party MLA for East Belfast and I work with young people on a wide range of issues, and it was great to meet Matthew and Jordan and to hear that they were working on this particular project. I really believe that it's important for us to make learning much more enjoyable for young people, much more entrepreneurial and more relevant to the real world of work and life. And I think this creative idea is a real project to make that a reality. I think it's going to be really interesting for young people to get into Thinkspace, to learn more about computer programming, and it's great to have the support of the Alliance Minister for Employment and Learning, Stephen Farry, who really believes in a need to promote computer programming in our schools and with our young people, and is really interested in supporting this project going forward, as am I.
My name's Kate Nichol and I've been working with Matthew and Jordan on Thinkspace over the summer. We thought it was a great idea. We didn't realise it was going to reach quite the scale that it has. It's a really worthwhile project that's really encouraging. So it's been incredible to watch. I wish I'd had that focus when I was 16. I think we focus quite a lot on the negatives in Northern Ireland, and I think our youth get a bad name. And it's really encouraging to see something so positive and repairing that reputation, I guess.
And now it's time to welcome the man himself, James Anderson, to the stage, who just happens to have one more thing to show you all. He's even doing a live demo. Let's hope it doesn't go wrong. James Anderson!
So thanks Jordan and Matthew and Stephen. I'm really excited to be here in Belfast today because I've been having hundreds of Google Plus hangouts with Jordan and Matthew, and it's actually only the second time I've ever met them face to face in real life. So 100 years ago we didn't have the internet. Schools and education as a whole was very different. So as Jordan and Matthew mentioned, we're trying to complement the current curriculum rather than replace it. So first, before I show you something truly magical, let me take you back a few months. So we came up with the idea of Thinkspace in January 2013. So initially it was a concept only meant for my school, Devonport High School for Boys in Plymouth. And in April, as Jordan explained, we decided to launch Thinkspace in other schools too. We wondered how we could connect and bring these schools together, all in one network. Oh, you guessed it, we built a social network. So let me show you that. So the social network was completely built from scratch, and we built this in about 3 months. And it was whilst we were doing our GCSEs, so it's quite a hectic time to have to build a fully functional social network at the same time. It's quite a task, but we managed to do it, and it's going to be launching in a few weeks, and the private invites will be sent out as early as tomorrow. Off the social network, we've got lots of inspiration. So we've got posts from Thinkspaces all over the world. We've currently got 10 ambassadors, as Jordan and Matthew mentioned, and they're all members of the social network itself. You can even attach code in new posts, attach pictures, video, whatever you want. So we're hoping it's going to be really inspirational to people using the social network. On the right-hand side of the social network, there's lots of resources. So whether you want to create an iPhone app, a small social network even, you can just, all you need to do is just log on to the social network and you can see them all there ready for you to kind of dive into. So each user will have a profile. I know it's a bit difficult to see a lot of linen on the screen as opposed to the social network itself. Sorry, I can't show you that. But the profiles will be, kind of think of it as a Facebook for young developers. There'll be profiles for each user, and then for those profiles, all those profiles will be linked up to fix it. All the profiles will be linked to a school. So if you click on a school, you'll be able to see all the posts from that school. My fault. Okay, just refresh the view. There we go. So that's a screenshot. Should be high resolution. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, there's the inspiration on the left-hand side and the resources on the right-hand side. And it truly is a Facebook for young developers. So there is actually a feature on this which I wanted to show you, but I don't think I'm going to go into now. And we've actually integrated Hangouts into it, which we're branding as meetings because Google won't allow us to use the term Hangouts. And you can literally talk with someone right across the other side of the world. And I've been speaking with all the ambassadors through this meeting, and even Jordan and Matthew. I've been having various meetings on this with them too. So we've been taking safety really seriously, because obviously this is going to be a social network for young people, and only young people, obviously excluding teachers. So we really want to make sure it's safe. So we've got moderators checking all the posts. There's a report button on every single post, and we're trying to do as much as we can to make it safe and secure for our users. So Thinkspace Social will be available for any teacher to sign up around the world, that is, in the coming weeks. So we're just finalising a few things and then it will be ready. At the moment it's in a private beta, so you can request an invite on our website. And I'll be going live at midnight this evening, so that's thinkspace.co.uk. So as I said, the social network is in its very early stages at the moment, and it's constantly evolving over time. So this is only baby steps. Thanks.